Calaroga Shark Media. Hello and welcome to Romance Weekly. This episode is titled Love Loops.
Emily had decided to conquer the sky-high Heartstopper alone after her friends chickened out at the last moment. 2 seats away, Tom, a mild-mannered bookkeeper with a secret thrill-seeker side, found himself regretting his decision to ride as the coaster clacked its way to the top. Their roller coaster cart, teetering at the zenith of a loop, shuddered to a halt, leaving the passengers dangling upside down in a moment of unexpected stillness. Panicked screams and nervous laughter filled the air, but amidst the chaos, Emily and Tom caught each other's eye, sharing an amused glance that sparkled with the thrill of the unexpected. "So not how I planned to spend my afternoon," Emily shouted, trying to adjust her view of Tom by craning her neck, which only resulted in her hair ties snapping, sending her hair cascading down towards the sky. Tom, attempting to maintain some decorum while his change spilled from his pockets like a metallic rain, couldn't help but laugh. And here I thought the most exciting part of my day would be balancing my checkbook. Their conversation, punctuated by the absurdity of their situation, became a series of comedic exchanges and slapstick antics. Emily, in an attempt to retrieve her fallen hair tie, would accidentally kick Tom, leading to exaggerated expressions of mock indignation and playful banter. A particularly loud rider named Derek, wearing a neon green tank top that was hard to miss even upside down, started a running commentary that was equal parts annoying and hilarious. "Great, just great, I knew I should have stayed on the ground where humans belong," Derek exclaimed, his voice tinged with mock despair, causing a few eye rolls among the trapped riders. Beside him, his friend Chad, whose sunglasses somehow remained perched on his nose despite the predicament, chimed in, "Bro, do you think if we scream loud enough we'll reverse gravity and flip right side up?" Their absurd banter continued, with Derek replying, "Only one way to find out, dude. On 3... Emily couldn't help but burst into laughter at the absurdity, catching Tom's eye as she did. "I think they're onto something. Should we join in the gravity experiment?" she joked, her voice carrying over the groans and laughter from their fellow riders. Tom grinned, amused by her humor. "It's worth a shot, but I'm putting my money on us discovering a new way to get a headache." As Derek and Chad commenced their ill-fated attempt to scream flip the coaster, their howls of effort only succeeded in making the situation more surreal. Another rider, an elderly woman with a surprisingly strong voice, shouted, "Quiet down! You'll scare the birds!" Emily and Tom exchanged another glance, this time a shared look of amusement mixed with disbelief at the unfolding comedy around them. "I wonder if the birds know CPR," Tom quipped, his eyes twinkling with mirth. "Or maybe they're trained to operate roller coasters," Emily added, her laughter mingling with Tom's. Their banter built a bubble of mirth around them, the annoyance from the other riders' comments serving as a backdrop to their burgeoning connection. Even as the situation remained unchanged, with the coaster stuck and the rescue uncertain, Emily and Tom found themselves reveling in the unexpected joy of shared humor. "Hey, if we're stuck here much longer, I might start believing we can scream our way back to gravity," Emily said, her tone light and teasing. Tom chuckled, replying, "And I'll start looking out for those CPR-trained birds. But until then, I'm glad I'm stuck upside down with you." As hours stretched on, and rescue seemed a distant dream, their shared laughter and ridiculous attempts to pass the time, such as trying to sip from a water bottle, resulting in a cascade of water up Tom's nose, forged a bond stronger than the steel tracks that held them. The rescue team's arrival was met with cheers and relief. But as Emily and Tom were finally set right side up, they realized that their adventure was just beginning. Their goodbyes were awkward, filled with hesitant pauses and uncertain glances, a testament to the unexpected connection forged in the most unlikely of places. As they lingered near the exit of the coaster, still reeling from the day's adventures, Derek, ever the opportunist, sauntered over with a confidence that belied the earlier absurdity of his actions. "Hey," Derek began, flashing a grin that he clearly thought was charming. "Gotta say, hanging upside down was worth it just for the view," he winked, blatantly ignoring Tom, who stood a mere step away. Emily, taken aback by the forwardness, raised an eyebrow, her amusement quickly turning to irritation. "The view, really?" Undeterred, Derek laughed, assuming an air of nonchalance. "Well, I meant the view now, so I was thinking maybe you and I could ditch your brother here and—" Before he could finish, Emily cut him off, her voice cool and cutting. "Listen, Derek, I'm not sure what gave you the impression I'd be interested, but let me make this clear. The only memorable part of today was getting stuck on that ride and realizing how much I enjoy someone's company," she said, glancing at Tom with a smile that softened her features. "And just for the record, he's not my brother, not that it's any of your business." Derek, taken aback by her rebuff, glanced between Emily and Tom, his confidence deflating like a balloon. "Oh, I just thought—" "What? That because a girl talks to you, she's interested?" Emily's tone was sharp, her gaze piercing. "Maybe spend less time making assumptions and more time learning how to actually talk to women." Tom, who had been silent up to this point, couldn't help but smirk at Derek's discomfort. Derek, now clearly out of his depth, mumbled something under his breath before retreating back to where Chad waited, looking as bewildered as Derek felt. As Derek walked away, Emily turned to Tom, her earlier irritation fading into a chuckle. "Well, that was something," she said, shaking her head. Tom laughed, the sound warm and genuine. "You handled that brilliantly, and for the record, I'm really glad I'm not your brother." The tension of their earlier awkwardness dissipated, replaced by a comfortable camaraderie. Their connection, strengthened by the day's shared laughter and now by their united front against an unwelcome advance, felt all the more significant. "Me too," Emily replied, her smile reaching her eyes. "So, Tom, how do you feel about getting off this roller coaster and finding something a little more grounded?" "I thought you'd never ask," Tom said, his relief palpable. Together they walked away from the sky-high heartstopper, leaving behind the chaos of the day for a future that, while uncertain, promised plenty of laughter and perhaps something more. Yet fate, with its impeccable comedic timing, wasn't done with them. As they exited, they slipped on spilled soda, tumbling into a heap, a tangle of limbs and laughter. This final slapstick mishap sealed their connection, turning a moment of embarrassment into a shared joke that only they could understand. Deciding to embrace the day's unexpected twists, they spent the rest of the afternoon together, enjoying the park's attractions with a newfound appreciation for the ridiculous. Each ride, each game booth mishap brought them closer, their laughter a testament to the joy of finding connection in chaos. As the sun set over Wonderland escapades, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, Emily and Tom found themselves at the park's exit, not ready to say goodbye. "Today was unexpected," Tom began, searching for the right words to capture the day's absurdity and wonder. "Unexpectedly wonderful," Emily finished for him, her smile bright under the amusement park lights. In a moment that felt straight out of a slapstick comedy, they leaned in for a kiss, only to be interrupted by a passing mascot tripping over its oversized feet and crashing into them, sending the trio sprawling.
Romance Weekly is a Calaroga Shark Media production, written and hosted by AI McIntyre, produced by Mark Francis. Executive producers Mark Francis and John McDermott.
Calaroga Shark Media.